Well, hello everyone, welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh, so good to see you. Right now I have a quick first impression on a new women's fragrance, or a fragrance that's marketed for women, from the house of Dior. New release called Joy. I picked up a sample earlier. Thought I'd just do a quick first impression. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's the same kind of like shape as the Dior Sauvage bottle, and you know, this kind of seems like they're trying to do a female counterpart to Sauvage, something that's going to be really mass appealing, you know, probably a big seller on the women's side. I'll just put it in my pocket like that. How's that? if I wear it like that, I don't know. No, I'm not gonna do that. That looks stupid. Notes for this one: there is bergamot and mandarin in the top. In the mid, there is some rose, jasmine, I believe, and in the base, there's sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. Oh, and also some patchouli. So this one is really pleasing. The opening is really bright. The bergamot, it smells to me like it's the same bergamot as in Sauvage. So there definitely is kind of a, you know, a connection with these two. I really do feel like they're making this their, you know, women's side version, you know, counterpart to Sauvage. But like I said, the bergamot reminds me of that same like really tart and fresh and really nice bergamot that you get in the opening of Sauvage. That's here. There's a little bit of sweetness from the mandarin, and then in comes rushing this really loud, slightly screechy white floral that is the jasmine. And that jasmine is really the star of the show. And then under that, you get a little bit of the woodiness, a little bit of like a dry cedar, slight creaminess from sandalwood. They mentioned patchouli. I didn't really smell on just first impression on paper. You know, there is something that's slightly earthy, so maybe that's the patchouli. But most of all, this has that, the bergamot, jasmine, and then in the base this musk that is that really typical lady musk that you smell in so many designers. Like, I have definitely smelled this before. I'm not super versed on women's fragrances, you know, women's releases, so I can't off the top of my head say like what this smells like to me, but what this actually made me think of, and I have no idea if it actually smells like this, but it reminded me of when I was little and all the women in my family wore those. I think they were Liz Claiborne. They were like blue, like they had like little triangles on them. I think they came in different colors like yellow and blue. I just remember that like Liz Claiborne was the thing, and all the women in my family had those Liz Claiborne perfumes. I don't know if this has anything to do with those, but when I smelled this, it kind of reminded me of that for some reason. Like, I just have in my head that that's what ladies' perfume smells like. So this reminded me of that. Some people I've seen have said that this smells like the Chanel Allure for women. So I can't really speak to that, but it does have that kind of typical musky lady musk thing that you smell in a lot of designers, which I like. I mean, I think it smells good on women. You know, my taste is probably a lot more discerning on the men's side of things. I just don't have that much experience smelling things that are marketed for women, although, you know, I'm kind of learning and wanting to learn more. This also reminds me a little bit of one of the aqua fragrances from Maison Francis Kurkdjian because of the jasmine. When I first smelled it, I thought it was orange blossom because it just has this like really in your face, pretty loud white floral vibe. But then, you know, as it dried down a little bit, I realized that it was jasmine, and it kind of reminds me, one of the aquas, I think it's Aqua Celestia. I'm pretty sure Aqua Celestia or Aqua Celestia Forte is actually what it reminds me of the most, if I'm thinking of the right one, because it just has this really kind of loud jasmine note. Now I really love Aqua Celestia, so and especially Aqua Celestia Forte. I love that fragrance, so you know, it doesn't smell that much like it because I don't dislike this. Like I said, the jasmine is quite loud. It does settle down, but I think this probably is going to be a good performer. Anyway, I don't know. I kind of don't know what to think. You know, like I said, I'm not that well versed in the ones that are marketed for women, but to me, it smells good. You know, the same way that Sauvage smells good. There isn't anything groundbreaking about it necessarily. And it could smell generic, or you know, it could smell bland or regular, but you know, it is mass pleasing and it does smell good. I think Sauvage smells good. There's anything about it that, you know, turns me off necessarily. And this is the same. There's nothing about this that really turns me off. The white floral, if you really don't like screechy white florals, you might not like this one because it is a little, I'm not gonna say it's super screechy, the white floral, but it's borderline screechy white floral. That's really my main, I guess, problem with this one, is just that it's nearly screechy, that white floral. That jasmine note is really heavy-handed. And then of course that kind of regular lady musk thing. The citrus is really nice in this. And you know, it's pleasing. It's a pleasing scent. I would enjoy smelling this on someone. But anyway, just a first impression. So I mean, I kind of doubt that you'll be seeing a full review on this, but I thought if anybody was interested, you know, that hadn't had a chance to try this, just kind of my thoughts on it. Definitely safe. Definitely, you know, for, you know, women that just kind of want to smell good and fresh and pleasing and slight, you know, with a little bit of floral, some citrus, a little bit of musk. You know, this would be a good choice. I think the same kind of fits the same category as Dior Sauvage. So this is kind of an entry level fragrance. You know, it's a mass marketed, mass pleasing designer fragrance from Dior. They know what they're doing, and they probably have a winner here in terms of sales. And you know, this is probably going to end up being a bestseller. You're gonna smell this a lot. You know, so. You know, try to enjoy the smell of this now while you can before you've smelled it everywhere on everyone, because I think that's probably coming. I think, you know, it really is the type of fragrance that I think will catch on, that a lot of people are going to buy, and you're probably going to be smelling this on a lot of ladies out there. So, you know, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I guess time will tell. So, hey, do you think this is sort of the counterpart to Dior Sauvage? What are your thoughts on that? If you have any, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to do this again sometime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you for the next video. Thanks so much for watching.